Laptops that cost under $500 often make significant compromises, whether in performance, screen quality, or battery life. There are exceptions, though machines that manage to have almost everything you'd want in one of the best laptops at an impressive price discount. Below, we've made selections for good budget laptops under $500, the best 2-in-1 under $500, the best laptop under $300, and more. Lenovo Chromebook Flex 5. Finding a 13-inch laptop for under $500 is nearly impossible. That's a shame, as it's the most popular size for a laptop. But it's not actually impossible thanks to Chrome OS, and the Lenovo Chromebook Flex 5 manages to come in under $500 and provide impressive performance, 2-in-1 flexibility, and great value. That places this good Chromebook at the top of our list. Impressively, there's a 10th gen Intel Core i3 10110U CPU inside, which is plenty fast for Chrome OS. The 4 gigs of RAM is enough for good performance and moderate multitasking prowess, and 64 gigs of storage is sufficient if you make good use of the cloud. It should be no surprise that it's a Chromebook that occupies this category, and the Chromebook Flex 5 is a lot of computer for a little bit of money. It's not often that you can pick up a laptop with an all-metal chassis for $500 or less, not to mention an 11th gen Intel Tiger Lake Core i3 1154 G4 CPU, 8 gigs of RAM, and a 256 gigs SSD. Those are specs that typically cost hundreds more. Toss in a full HD 14-inch IPS display, and you're good to go. The Inspiron 14 is also a nicely sized laptop, at 0.66-0.70 inches thick and 3.15 pounds. It even offers relatively small bezels, making for a smaller chassis than your typical budget 14-inch laptop. Connectivity is also strong, with USB-C 3.2 port, 2 USB-A 3.2 ports, and a full-size HDMI 1.4 port. Wireless connectivity is up to date with Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.1. If you're not looking for a larger budget laptop, but don't want to go too small either, then the Inspiron 14 is a great choice, that comes in at just under $500. Microsoft Surface Go 3, now in its second generation, is the baby of the Surface range, but that doesn't mean it's not a capable little machine. Starting at a price well under our $500 limit, you might think that this is a little too cheap even for what we're looking at, but you'd be mistaken. Borrowing many of the excellent features from its more costly siblings like the Surface Pro 8, the Surface Go 3 is a sturdy, well-built attachable 2-in-1 that works just as well in tablet mode as it does as a laptop. You will need to shell out a little extra for the type cover and pen if you want the full laptop and tablet experience, but that does leave you with the option of upgrading later if you want to spread out your costs. And, although its screen isn't quite as detailed as something you'd find on a dedicated tablet like the iPad, it's still one of the best we've ever seen for a convertible laptop at this price point. The Surface Go 3 isn't the fastest device in the world either, but the tablet packs a decent battery life, and at this price point, you aren't going to find a Windows 2-in-1 laptop that can better it. Dell Inspiron 14 2-in-1. The Inspiron 14 2-in-1 shares a lot in common with its laptop counterpart. It's an all-metal machine with smaller bezels, except for the chin, which is larger to accommodate the 360-degree hinge that lets the machine convert to clamshell, tent, media, and tablet modes. It's not quite as well configured at the same price as the laptop, with 4 gigs of RAM and a 128 gigs SSD, to go with the Intel Core i3 1115 G4 CPU. But it supports a pen for Windows 10 inking, which is a plus, and the flexibility of the 2-in-1 format makes up for the configuration deficiencies. It also shares the same connectivity as the laptop, with USB-C 3.2 port, 2 USB-A 3.2 ports, a full-size HDMI 1.4 port, and this time around an SD card reader. Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.1 round out the connectivity. The Inspiron 14 2-in-1 is a lot of 2-in-1 for such a low price, and should be on anyone's list. Lenovo Chromebook Duet. If you're on a budget and want a detachable tablet that can meet your web browsing and light productivity needs, look no further than Lenovo's Chromebook Duet. It's an attractively priced tablet at $279, and best of all, it includes a kickstand cover with a great keyboard and touchpad. That makes the Chromebook Duet one of the best values we've seen, coming in at hundreds of dollars less than competitive tablets once you spend the money on a keyboard cover. Performance is mediocre, but it's fast enough for the tasks you'll ask it to perform, and the display is surprisingly good for the money. It'll run your favorite Android apps, and offers one of the best browsing experiences on a tablet. Laptops under $500 aren't often lookers, and hey, can you blame them? At such low prices, you're better off paying for better performance and configurations than aesthetics. The Samsung Chromebook 4 Plus, though, doesn't make you choose. It's a solid 15-inch laptop. It has Unibody, aluminum design that resembles a MacBook Pro, complete with a larger 15-inch screen, if you need some extra screen real estate. That makes it a good option for students and at-home workers who might not have access to a secondary display. The specs won't blow your socks off, but with a 1080p screen and 4 gigs of RAM, the Samsung Chromebook 4 Plus will get the job done. Most $500 laptops are made out of plastic unlike aluminum, and other premium materials used for expensive laptops. You'll also find faster performance in these more expensive laptops. Quad-core processors and 8 gigs of RAM are the norm in mid-range laptops, while most of the options on this list have less. Expensive laptops often specialize in either battery life or graphics performance. The Dell XPS 13 will provide you with all-day battery life, while the Razer Blade will let you play modern games at high frame rates. When you're shopping under $500, you should expect a bare-bones laptop. It can handle most day-to-day tasks with ease, but gaming, photo or video editing, and other more demanding tasks may require a higher budget. Thanks for watching. I think this video was useful for you. Subscribe to the channel. Have a nice day, and see you soon.